Hey everyone, Doubly here, back for part 10 of our playthrough of Jedi Survivor. In the last part, we finally made our way to Jeddah and started exploring a bit of it. Got some good stuff. Saw a bit of bugginess going on. But on the way there to the main story quest, we had to talk or meet up with someone representing Cere. Turns out it's Merrin. Merrin was a companion from the old game. Her and Cal kind of seemed like they had something going for each other. Or with each other, rather. Not going for each other. Oh, it's the wrong. Oh boy. It's the wrong word to use there. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. I thought I targeted him and thought she was gonna go for him, but
Merrin, you got it?
Of course. I'll meet
yeah,
you on the other side.
seemed like they had a bit of a thing for each other.
That is not the way to see your face.
Just want to check it out real quick.
I will stay here.
It's a bizarre way of climbing, but okay. Anyway, we got revenge on the Imperials who destroyed her speeder, and we are on our way to see Cere. And that is a lot of skill points, eh? Alright, and it dumps us back down here. Okay.
Did you find something?
Yeah. You should try taking detours more often.
I traveled all over the galaxy. Remember?
How could I forget?
Yeah, apparently Merrin traveled the galaxy. I think it was just to like see the sights and learn more about other cultures and stuff. Oh yeah, that's death. Oh.
Little help, BD.
What do you got, bud?
Nice job.
Ancient ruins. The ancient civilization who built this place ended long ago, but pilgrims still journey to these ruins to study them. Okay. Oh. Well. Okay, so we're on the lower level of this. Makes sense. Oh. It's not what I meant to do. Suppose that's my own fault.
I can't get a clean shot.
Sick.
They're scared of you.
I know. They have taken to calling me the Desert Ghost.
Desert ghost, huh?
Haunting Imperials has become a hobby of mine.
I guess that's the way forward, huh? Come on. There you go.
Looks like a scroll. Can't imagine how long it's been here.
Right. We also have new collectibles to get. These scrolls.
Must have taken lifetimes to build this place. Now the people who built it are gone.
I came across the remnants of many.
And I imagine we turn them into Cere. Or some goodies. Ah. All right. What do we have over here?
Bode near.
Ow, ow, ow. Come on, crustaceans. Well, they're not actually crustaceans. Crustaceans.
Very nice.
Scorch marks. These scars bear the hallmarks of a lightsaber. Perhaps the ancient people succeeded in inviting Jedi to their planet. Ah, interesting. Is that it? What is that? What is... You guys seeing that? See little flashing dots over there. Weird. Okay. That can't be... Is that really it? Just that? I mean, that's certain death. I guess that's it, huh? Alright. Nothing else. Okay.
Ready yourself for combat.
Just remember what that thing will do to you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're fine.
Hope reinforcements are on the way.
Not bad, Jedi.
Thanks, Merrin. Is there anything over here?
I don't, but Cere might. BD, does he look like Cal?
Let's see. Okay, this seems like a way back. Could be wrong.
There's the oasis.
Not far now.
Alright, BD, what did you want to do? Scan.
Those look like Jedi.
Cere says Jeddah was once home to many who revered your kind. Perhaps they were.
My kind.
Is Jeddah the original place of the Jedi? I can't... trying to remember. Common plastoid. That doesn't sound all that enticing. But I'll take it. Okay, so we have to go back out over here.
You always love to climb.
Comes in handy.
If that was a joke, I hope you fall.
Come on, Merrin. It was a pretty good joke. Right.
Vengeance is mine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Goodbye. Oh!
You okay? It's over, but that won't be the last of them.
Storm's getting closer.
We will shelter in Cere's base. It is hidden from the Empire in the high desert.
Great visuals, though. The scenery looks amazing. Ah. Get that shortcut ready for us, BD. Or don't? I pressed down. That was weird. What are these guys? Jetpack troopers. Some planets in the Empire's ever-widening sphere are not conducive to conventional ground assault. The jetpack trooper can navigate otherwise impassable terrain with their short-range booster pack. Used to scout out positions or as part of a frontal assault, the troopers' specialized training and equipment give them superiority over most entrenched infantry positions. As with all jetpacks, however, the device is susceptible to breakage or overheating when damaged. I mean, it's nice to know, I suppose. Oh boy, what happened here?
A Skriton lair.
But where's the Skriton?
Something's coming.
What's a Skriton? That's okay.
Another stim.
Oh, she holds things down. Okay.
I am ready.
Good work.
You too.
Alright, so this was the guy that was burrowing under the sand, huh? Jeddah is home to many dangerous creatures, but few are as ruthless and unpredictable as the Skriton. A lopsided creature, the Skriton's left claw is huge and incredibly powerful. Not only is it able to crush its prey easily, but it can also resist several heavy strikes. Its movement is erratic and hard to predict, making it one of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Apart from humans. Oh.
Help me out.
Must I?
Thanks.
Cere would be disappointed if I left you to die in the desert.
The spamel.
You really think you can tame one?
Oh, right. That's what they're called. Spamels.
An oasis! We're saved!
Now we have the strength to reach the crossing.
May the Jedi watch over us.
Are you tired?
Just taking things in.
3 pilgrims come across an oasis, saving them from certain death. They attribute this mercy to an act of the Force. Can't believe these guys are named Spamels. It's like the silliest thing.
What do you eat, beast?
Yeah, because it's gonna tell you, Merrin.
The storm nears. We must go.
I get it, but I kind of wanted to see if there was a chest inside of this little pool. Seems like there isn't. Alright. Come on, bud.
There we go, buddy. You want a hand?
Thank you. But I can manage. That's right.
Oh, look at them. Look at this horrible spore abomination. I don't... Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Not with our new friend. And now we have time to catch up.
No kidding. It's been years. You must have seen the entire galaxy.
Almost.
How was it?
Amazing. The sinking city of Karatao. The Persaya Cliffs. This galaxy suffers. But there's still beauty.
Any run-ins with the Empire?
Yes. These are dark times. I helped those I could.
I'm just glad you're all right.
You as well. Wherever I went, you were never far from my thoughts.
Aww.
That's good, friend.
I'm assuming I'm going the right direction. Oh. Well. I mean, there's a meditation point there, so... I'm assuming that's the door to the oasis.
You've avoided Cere for years. Why visit her now?
I need her help. We're looking for something connected to the Order.
Interesting. Are you still upset with us for leaving?
I didn't see it coming, Merrin. All of us going our separate ways.
I understand, Cal. But we had our reasons.
I've never seen
Man.
a storm like that.
It's hard to tell how long one will last.
Let's not wait.
Spamel friend, can you go any faster?
Oh, we can sprint. Okay. Yeah, that storm looks rough. I wouldn't want to get caught in it at all.
We have to hurry. Faster.
Where are we going? Oh, I can't even. Okay, this is I'm locked in here.
We need to hurry up.
Spamel's scared. It's fighting me.
Okay, this is a bit unexpected. I didn't expect to get locked in, but... Oh, this isn't good.
Merrin! 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 Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't open my
Cere,
map.
BD?
This looks super rough. For Cal, I mean. Not that it... Yeah.
Can you hear me? This way!
Merrin! We're coming! You're all right.
For now.
What now?
We must keep moving. Hurry, Cal.
Ah.
Are you all right?
Fine. You?
Yes. We have to find shelter.
Where'd the spamel run off to?
It doesn't matter now.
You know, with the storm being here and the wind speed being super high, I would imagine it would hurt a lot to be caught in something like this.
Immediate extraction. What are my coordinates? I can't even see my hand. Repeat, you're breaking up. Damn it.
Bro, you think it's a good idea to start shooting at me when we're in the middle of a storm? What's up?
I'm with you, Cal.
Yeah, it seems like it. Oh, ATST. Okay. Oh. Oh, my bad. I was too far away.
Tell me when.
Oh. Dang. Poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Do you hear that?
It can't be.
The spamel must have found shelter. This way.
Cave. The spamel saved us.
So we can forgive it for leaving us to die.
Agreed.
Guess we're gonna shelter here until the storm passes, eh?
Okay. Should be set for the night.
Sit. Tell me what adventures you and Bode have had since we last saw each other.
Alright. Same as always. Fighting the Empire, helping out where we can. Not staying in one place too long. And, I think we might have found something special. A place where the Empire can't find us. But it would mean leaving the fight. And well, the fight is all I know.
Cal. Look into the fire. It will warm you. Keep you company on dark, lonesome nights, yes? But left unchecked, it will consume everything in its path until there is only ash. But on a cold night, like tonight, a warm fire is perfect. And the company is not so bad either.
I missed you, Merrin.
And I you. I had to leave, Cal, in order to see the galaxy on my own terms.
What'd you find?
Myself. Reflected in all the places and people I encountered. Dathomir will always be my home, but it does not need to define me.
I never understood why you left. But sitting here now, it's clear you made the right choice.
You missed a spot.
Morning.
The weather has cleared. Let's go.
I guess nothing happened.
This way. The base is not far now.
The Force is with me.
You know, the longer you rest, the longer it will take to reach Cere's base.
We'd better keep moving then.
I just wanted to get the meditation point, alright? But yeah, I guess nothing happened between them that night. Much like nothing happened between Cloud and Tifa at the end of FF7.
Catch.
You know, I will say, for all the hiccups
Well, we survived our first storm together.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad we got to see each other again. How long are you staying on Jeddah?
I don't know, but I am excited to see Grease. How is he these days?
Not bad. He opened up a cantina. Hyloon Saloon.
He named it after his great-grandmother.
Nothing's more important to Grease than family.
Okay. I was gonna say, despite all the hitches and hiccups in the graphics and stuff, in the frames, the fact that Cal in the cutscenes looks exactly how you kitted him out is pretty cool. I appreciate that. Okay, cannot go there. Clearly. Oh, look at him. He's so excited.
It's so very good to see you again.
Master Cordova. It's an honor. I never thought I'd meet you in person.
The honor is mine, Cal. Cere's told me everything. You have demonstrated great bravery and wisdom in the face of overwhelming adversity. You chose well? Well, I wouldn't go that far.
The Empire has claimed the ruins. We'll have to find another rendezvous point.
Unfortunate. But at least the storm covered your tracks. Come, let me escort you inside.
Okay, I never thought he'd be a character in this again.
Master Cordova, did you find the Zepho?
Only faint traces of their passage, heading deep into the unknown regions.
Sorry to hear that.
As it goes. Ultimately, that failure inspired me to seek out other Jedi survivors. That search led me back to my old apprentice. Coming, Cal.
Yeah, just checking the perimeter.
How have you been faring, Cal?
That doesn't sound good.
I've had a few scrapes, but I'm still breathing.
And I'm glad for it. I heard some news about a Jedi terrorist on Coruscant not long ago.
You were on Coruscant?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, sick.
The Mantis looks like it's seen better days.
You should see the other guys. Space is well hidden.
Yes, where the Empire's presence has grown these past years. They are much too strong to fight directly, but we do what we can. The archive is this way.
That's nice. Gotta make sure.
Sorry, coming.
Come on, just let me explore a little, would you? All right. Just making sure. Okay. That does not open. Nothing around here.
We mustn't keep Cere waiting.
She's been waiting for 5 years. She can wait a little longer, I think. Okay, that was kind of mean.
It is critical, of course, that our work remains secret.
What work exactly?
Better to ask Cere yourself. Meanwhile, Merrin and I will greet our new arrivals. So, how was the desert?
Cold, stormy, and too many Imperials.
All right, Eno Cordova, back from an unsuccessful journey to locate the Zepho. He has returned to his former apprentice's side, determined to aid her however he can.
My preferred weather forecast, but more common by the day. Where did you weather the storm?
A cave past the old market. Our spamel friend showed us the way.
You've a habit for making new friends wherever you go.
A survival instinct, perhaps.
I intercepted some Imperial communications. Your reputation is growing.
Was there fear in their voices?
Quite a bit, yes.
Good. How are you feeling?
That tea you brought me was wonderful.
I'll need to find a different
Imagine.
way.
Yeah. Thought as much. It's a training dummy.
Reeves must be in the kitchen. We'll meet up with him later.
Somehow not torn to pieces by lightsabers. Understandable. What do we got? Thought for sure. Oh. Of course.
Just keep trying. It's not like Brother Armai is to break contact. Cal Kestis. Welcome to Jedi. I knew the storm wouldn't deter you.
You're rebuilding the temple archives.
Well, we're trying. As long as this knowledge remains, the legacy of the Jedi survives.
It's incredible. But something tells me there's more to this than just holobooks.
Yes. We're a part of a network, known as the Hidden Path. We provide safe passage and new identities to those who have been persecuted by the Empire.
Hunted by the Empire, like...
Oh.
Very few of us remain. But yes, and Force sensitives, and those who help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. Besides, I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
I wanted to prove to the galaxy that the Empire isn't invulnerable. That you can resist. That you have to fight if things are gonna get better. But then they just listen to the propaganda and they pretend they're free anyways.
You chose a hard path.
And it hasn't made a difference.
Well, while the Empire's trained its eyes on you, we've been able to build the network, find allies, and save lives.
When you left, I thought you'd just given up. I was wrong.
Cal, you were just a child when they sent you off to war. You know, there was a time when I remember that the Jedi were more than just weapons. But we both have our roles to play in this struggle.
Yeah, but that's why I'm here. Cere.
Well, you get a load of this. Hey, Cere, you can't say it ain't short of personality, but kind of creepy, though.
Well, it's good to see you too, Grease. Well, hello, BD.
Okay.
So, how was your time in the desert?
The storm covered our tracks, but the Empire destroyed one of your speeders.
It's a small price to pay for everybody's safe arrival. And who's this?
This is Bode. He's a friend.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
It's hunk of trouble. Hey, We're all together. Huh?
Yes. Now, what brings you all to Jeddah?
We're searching for a lost planet. Tanalorr, you ever heard of it?
It's on the other side of a deadly nebula called the Kobo Abyss.
Well, our archives are far from complete, but I'm sure Master Cordo is up to the task.
With pleasure.
The trouble is, we're not the only ones looking for this place.
I knew this was sounding too easy.
Guy's name is Dagan Gera. He was a Jedi. Now he leads a band of raiders on the Outer Rim. There's an old temple there. Dagan intends to reclaim it.
A Jedi temple out of the reach of the Empire could mean that there's information there that we don't have in the archive.
I believe I have something. Oh, you're too kind, BD. I'll start with the bad news.
Oh boy, this guy knows his audience.
I found no information related to crossing the Kobo Abyss. However, I found 2 mentions of this Dagan Gera. He had a retreat on Kobo, and records show him frequently visiting a laboratory on its moon.
Okay, we'll check him out.
If you find anything, bring it to me. I am happy to assist further.
Thank you. Both of you.
You're welcome, Cal. I hope you find what you're searching for.
May the Force be with you.
And with you.
All right. Research Tanalorr.
I will escort you back to the Mantis.
So you're not joining us?
I cannot.
Why not? Let's see. Okay, well, that is not a way up. Okay. Oh, you don't open. It's fine. I honestly thought the meeting with Cere was going to be a lot more painful than it was.
Withers before the force of others. Didn't the first tract say the life force blooms?
Perceptive.
They're completely incompatible.
We seek universal truth, brother. If one tablet says withers, and the other says blooms, neither is universal, by definition. So we ask, what do they have in common?
What do they have in common, brother?
That you ought to be reading them. No more dithering.
That was some BS, bro. Some BS. But yeah, the meeting with Cere, the reunion with her,
I'm glad we found this.
not as bad as I expected it to be. It's good to see everyone, you know, just glad that the other members are safe, you know? Safe and doing well for themselves.
Ready to go?
So, okay. See what's over here.
Brother, I meant to mention, we recovered 24 manuscripts yesterday.
Impressive. All from the North Way House.
Indeed. The Imperials nearly swatted our finders, but they know the cliffs.
Good.
Is that unconcerned, my any brush with the Empire?
Unconcerned. Hardly, sister. I'm simply hesitant to attribute our stealth entirely to our own skill. Have you seen the visors they wear? Yes. Quite.
Okay. If it wasn't Cere, I was expecting to find like a shop, and I found it.
Hail, Jedi Knight. I am called Sister Task.
I'm Cal.
Word of your arrival has spread quickly, Noble One. Master Junda holds you in high esteem.
Cere and I have been through a lot together.
Jeddah is brimming with lost artifacts related to your order, among other traditions. Should you happen upon any scrolls or other objects of interest, I would gladly exchange some of the treasures I've unearthed for them.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
We are in your debt, Noble One.
All right, what do you got?
Many curios for you, Outlander.
Oh, okay. Got some paint. Some lightsaber parts.
Alluring, no?
These are the grips. Kind of like this one.
I'll take it.
Thank you. The knowledge you've saved is invaluable.
All right. Suppose that's everything here, yeah?
You seem agitated, sister. New acquisition, perhaps.
The Talayan.
What is this? Huh? And
The way is sealed, Outlander.
boo.
Old Aerotech speeder bikes. Never got to ride one.
Okay, I can't go out here. I'm assuming you can later on. Be a shame just to have that hanging out there. Is there anything else? You open?
Sister.
We spotted 2 more patrols on the ridge.
What was their head?
Okay, okay.
Favored us. They've likely obscured any signs of passage. Mark the horizon. Contact me if they don't.
What do we got over here? The outside. Anything interesting?
Why don't you look at that?
Yeah, looks pretty serene. Just a nice view, I suppose. Jeez. All this, huh? Oh. Every time I open this map, every time I open any map in this game, it's just like, okay. It's a lot. Clearly we can travel down there sometime. Is that an ATST? Alright. Yeah, clearly we're gonna explore more of this place. Let's go down. Right. Is there anything up here? Force tear. Or sense echo, rather.
You're the traveler. Have you found any systems outside the Empire's reach?
Not that I have come across.
There are countless ruins scattered across the high desert. One of them could be a perfect safe house for the path.
A new path. Oh. Discuss how they might find a safe place for the path on Jeddah. Makes sense. Can I wall run? Aw. It's a bit rude, but had to see. Just in case.
I suppose you have both studied Oisin's lemma?
Yes, sister.
Indeed, sister.
Then perhaps you will explain to me the paradox of the fated book.
Oisin explores the antinomy of enlightenment. It's a paradox about the inevitability of cycles.
Explain.
Enlightenment is defined as cycle. But for the canons, to be enlightened is to stop the cycle. The more we strive to break the cycle, the more we enlighten it. But in accepting it, we become it. Therefore,
Let's take this to Sister task.
Gosh, the way they talk really reminds me of like Buddhist scripture and stuff like that.
It's okay, BD. We'll find another way.
Oh. Where's the associated... Ah. Well, guess that'll do it. For exploration.
Ah, Cal. I was hoping we could speak about something. There is a site, quite an ancient one at that, in the northern desert. I visited it during my early days on Jeddah, before the Empire's presence grew.
What kind of site?
One built by those who revered Force users. We know little about them, but I found the experience quite fascinating. Perhaps you will too.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
Cordova said he found you while he was seeking other Jedi survivors.
Yes. Hard to believe that fate brought us together once again after all this time.
Could have used that luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know. Luck or fate. I'm just happy my master is alive and here with us.
Yeah.
I'm determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy and resist the Empire.
Yes, sir.
Glad you didn't have to fly through that storm. So, how's it feel to be piloting the Mantis again?
Like being home.
Then why the long face?
It's been too long. My pilot instincts are all off.
I know how hard it is trying to relearn skills you put to the side.
I guess so, huh? Still, I regret ever walking away from the Mantis. Keep thinking I'm gonna slip up.
You walked away when you needed to. I know you'll pick it back up in no time.
Okay. You're a good friend, Cal.
Where is Bode? Where is that guy? Got nothing to say about all this? All this craziness? No, I guess not. Unless I somehow missed him. It's entirely possible.
Hey, Cal, hold on. I've had this since I started freelancing. It's gotten me out of some bad situations, and I figured it might do the same for you. It's Merrin, right? Well, I could get another one if you think you might want it.
No need. Bode.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
My master always frowned upon using blasters.
You once said it wasn't the weapon that makes you a Jedi.
It's us against the galaxy, Cal. We've got to use every advantage we can find against the Empire.
Thanks, Bode.
Is that one of the stances?
No. I'll show you how to use it.
Do we get the power of gun as one of the stances? Okay. You can now use blaster stance. Allows for ranged attacks and upgradable blaster
A real
bolts.
stormtrooper won't stay still.
Gotta start somewhere.
Press triangle to fire your pistol when blaster stance is equipped.
There you go.
Not bad, Jedi.
So, how long have you been working for Cere?
I do not work for Cere.
Replenish ammo by hitting enemies with your saber while in blaster stance.
Relax. And pull the trigger. You really get into that, don't you?
Cal does not like stormtroopers.
It's kind of cool that he uses the gun as part of the attack string.
Impressive.
I think you got it, Cal.
Okay. Yeah, let's change it up to the blaster.
It's nice seeing you again, Merrin.
You too, Cal. Good luck. Perhaps I will still be here when you return.
Hope so.
So where are we headed first? Back to Kobo? Or its moon?
I don't know.
I think we should check out the High Republic settlement first.
Yeah, let's scope it out. Dagan Gera was bound to leave something behind. This is a smart operation Cere's put together.
Why do you say that?
All this rock? Natural shielding against sensors.
Yeah, and if anyone makes it past all that, the Anchorites have plenty of holobooks to throw at them.
Yeah, you can see how Cere's managed to evade the Empire for so long. She makes her own luck, keeping so much of her power held back to achieve a larger goal.
Yeah. There's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
You two have that in common.
Just like a transformer. All right. Okay, so we can go either to the moon or stuff on Kobo. I see. I guess that's what that choice was for. But I think that'll do it for this part. Gotta reach Cere. Got a new lightsaber stance. And a new objective. So, thank you all for joining me. Probably going to be doing some upgrades. See if I like any of the skills on the blaster tree. Having the power of gun, very exciting. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.